This defense carried them last year. You can go back and look at the Ohio State game last year. Ohio State really didn't run the ball on them. They're that good.
Tulsa won the toss but deferred. Zach Long boots it away. And it's Jalen Naylor bringing it back. And he spins forward to the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. A 23-yard return in the latter stages of a season ago. And they begin with an handoff to Connor Hayward, who burrows ahead for maybe 2 on first down. So we'll call it second down and 8.
Take more effort to move them. The Golden Hurricane have got to be a storm down there.
Well, Matt Seibert, the tight end, was in motion. Little play fake and bootleg action for Lewerke, who's got outstanding legs. Markers come flying down as he's hit late out of bounds, so we may have a second flag. As you look at the veteran Mark D'Antonio, now in his 13th season. Connor Hayward, the son of the Mike linebacker. They will lead in plays and a lot of opportunities for tackles for loss and turnovers. That pass, a comebacker, incomplete.
This guy, when he gets the ball in his hand, he's dangerous.
Hayward remains the setback. Lewerke on the cross to the tight end. It's Dotson. Abilities. They will use him as an option opportunity many times. And right here, he tucks it and takes it for a first down. Lombardi remains in the game. And they go sweep, jet sweep, Naylor. Well read that time by Tulsa. Ryan Lewerke's come back into the game, and they are going quicker than the norm. Flushed from the pocket, Lewerke into the end zone, incomplete.
Hurricane playing a little press up here, Timmy.
Out of the gun again. Outside the Hayward. Bounces off one. To the pylon. Touchdown.
Nice job of lofting that ball over the defender. Just an errant opportunity to get there to make a play, but you got to maybe bring your body under control and slow things down just a little bit in order to make the play.
Right through crossing patterns, and they went vertical a time or two.
That was a good drive, but it was aided and abetted certainly by the penalties for the Hurricane.
Cole Haan booting it away. One of the up backs touched it wisely, got right back on top of it. That's Abe Anderson, 38, and we've got a late flag coming in. But the pride of Edison High in Tulsa, Oklahoma, one Spencer Tillman. Quick out to Keelan Stokes, and he is, oh, that was a gain of 7. Shamari Brooks is in the backfield. He'll take this swing pattern, and he's ducked right up. Third down and 9. Off the edge, more pressure. Smith throws a dart. And it's 2. Tom Izzo, the Hall of Famer, will be joining us in the second half. And not to talk necessarily just about basketball. On Sundays in that front 7, Panashuk will go along with Raekwon Williams and company. Ball's on the ground, but it is recovered up front by Chris Ivey.
Formation into the boundary will stress you too.
3rd and 12. With time.
Sorted out.
Incomplete. Let's see if he has the ability to hit one of those that backs up a little bit. Long punt coming down to Naylor. He's got a little room after a couple of jukes, and he's ahead to the 35-yard line.
He's working that pink. That's one of your favorite colors.
Yeah, color of the Chateau. Lewerke.
The staff for 10 years prior to becoming the offensive coordinator in Salem.
Running backs coach for 3 years. Quarterbacks coach the last 6. Need only come from us. We can take care of it if we just, as they say, have a new look at ourselves. 6 first downs for the Spartans. Ladarius Jefferson, number 15, now is the setback out of the shotgun, and he'll take it as the safety valve. He's to midfield. He's to the 45. He's to the 40 and inside the 35-yard line.
To get him, can't do it.
Going quickly with tempo. Lots of pressure. Jefferson, number 15, the lone setback. And he stopped it again. 3rd down and 12. And 2 out of 3 on 3rd down conversions. Best play against it is the screen. Inside the 30. And
2 tight ends right here.
Yep. Seibert in motion. And they run to the strong side. Boy, this will be close. I don't know.
I don't know if he got that.
I think Tulsa stopped him. During the days of the segregated South, they came over from Texas and Alabama. Shamari Brooks is in the backfield out of the gun for Zach Smith, the Baylor transfer. Dumps it out to Josh Johnson.
Watch those tandem formations up top. Very, very, very effective.
On 3rd and 4, Smith with time winding down. Gets it out to Johnson. Becoming the all-time winningest coach.
I thought you were going to lay that Irish brogue on this.
Bennett's punt a little bit off of the side of the foot. So it'll be a short punt and quality field position coming up. Almost.
Well, Tulsa's got to figure out how to keep the ball out of their hands.
Lewerke with the out pattern. It's caught by Cody White. No power this time with Hayward to the boundary. And he gets 6.
Was orchestrating last year's turnaround, and it was an epic turnaround from a defensive standpoint.
On 1st and 10, that pass broken up.
Yeah, that talent you're talking about is why they went to that 3-3-5 to showcase some of that.
Yep. Earl Stewart, that they are now better than both the ACC and the Pac-12.
Not bad.
Problems for Lewerke, and he's in trouble. Spun down back at the 48. 4th and 16. Hartmarker will punt it away. Keelan Stokes will watch it sail out of bounds. We welcome those guys to the team. Quick curl, and it's taken by Keelan Stokes.
To be involved in more tackles because he's physical.
Yeah, we got a false start.
Taking advantage of the coverage. There it is.
And a quick curl, and again, Ness pass out. He's accurate. There's no denying that. Zach Smith is good. Corey Taylor.
Safety over here. Now he's rolling back out, which is good for him.
And Taylor this time keeps it.
With the safety and bring him down to create a single safety look, that's where it's going to be problematic.
Markers down, and the pass is thrown incomplete.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, defense number 99. Illegal motion. Going forward at the snap, number 11. Those fouls offset. That is the end of the quarter. We should have run an untimed down. So this play will be an untimed down, and then the quarter will end.
So it's 3rd down and 8. Smith looking to get rid of it. Pass incomplete. Coley will be on hand for in 2 weeks. It's blocked. Special teams. Pa-boom. And it's picked up. Elijah Collins is in the game for the first time. This guy's a speed merchant. Can really get it off the edge and catch it out of the backfield. That time he dropped it. Redshirt freshman from the University of Detroit Jesuit High School. Flip it the back way, and it's Cody White. They love to use him on those jet sweeps. 3rd down and 6.
Pressure look here.
Lewerke incomplete. 18 of 22 a year ago. 49 yards his longest against Utah State in the opener. From the right hash, he puts it. Cole Hahn will kick it away.
Trying to squeeze the field here with their alignment. Let's see if they can even get this one out.
Stokes will take a knee.
You fear if you're on the opposite side of it. Not this defense, because they're pretty stout now. They're one of the best in the nation.
From the 25, 1st down. They may be the best in the nation. Look at that. Look at that quickness we're talking about. From a nutritionist point of view, turn their bodies and their diet around. Pass is caught right up the middle to Stokes, and Keelan gets out for a first. Von Miller Passing Academy, as we mentioned, the defensive ends. And Aaron Donald, 2 of the elite pass rushers.
This is a lab that he's got, just really interesting stuff since he's not in the NFL right now.
Well, to get your degree and take care of that, he looked at it, I think, as a
Outstanding play.
snap got away from Smith. He surprised him. Ball is still loose. Picked up by the Spartans. It's Willikis right on cue. From Baylor. Penalty bringing him back after the play by Willikis.
All there.
1st and 15. Well, back to the 41-yard line. Quick out to the tight end, Cyber. 2nd and 10. Post corner, incomplete. They're very rarely going to throw the penalty flag.
And I'm for that.
I am too. Pressure in Lewerke.
This is what he can do, man.
Yes, indeed. 1st down. 16-yard run on the first drive, you might recall. It was aided with 25 yards and penalties.
Tulsa choosing to play defense, and Michigan State's going to get caught with a holding call there. These guys have to be flexible. They're going to play all across the line at some point.
1st and 20. bubble screen out to the wide receiver.
Not afraid to play press man up around the big 10 emblem.
Pressure coming off the back edge, and the pass is dropped. Wow. 3rd and 18. Darius Jefferson is in the backfield again. And that's where Lewerke will go, and it's incomplete.
That was a forward pass. What you got in your book, you don't do it.
47-yard try for Coughlin. Oh, the iron kind. Sometimes you just need the upright to be like the iron. It was kind. Tim Brando along with Al Bernstein. No, Spencer Tillman. Elon Stokes brings it up. And he's up to the 19-yard line. Some people probably didn't know his last name was McGraw. Right? He's just Dr. Phil. Taylor stopped at the 15. He's been able to get rid of it quickly. They've been successful. There's another one. Well, you got to solve that problem. That's a safety. Is taking place along the sidelines. And Jalen Naylor is going to take this kick, and he's got room to run. Plenty of it. And he's out to the 46, maybe the 47.
Generate something for this offense. It's got a star quarterback back.
Hayward. Yeah, it's a good power run. Hey, upright with most of these guys. As we mentioned, Cole Chewen's unable to go because of a bad back in tonight's game. Lewerke running out of time. And he tucks it, lines up in the slot to the top of your screen. Nice maneuver as they put him in motion. Points ended up being 5 points.
Well, they're self-induced. That's the key.
Yep. Lewerke on the crossing pattern. It's caught. It's Maurice Nelson.
Ball seated in that far hand and uses that stiff arm to get a couple extra yards.
Lewerke.
Nice movement.
Boy, great move on his part to keep the play alive. And then it's caught inside the 50. 2nd and 6. On the read, he keeps it. Good penetration again. Quick curl to the tight end, Dotson.
First down easy.
Percentages are he'll run it, and he does. It's close. I don't think he made it. And it's Bunch that comes up and makes the play. Tulsa minus 40 yards rushing.
Incredible.
Just nothing doing. 967, almost 1,000 yards a year ago. 8 career 100-yard rushing days, and down he goes again. Is this going to be a touchdown for Willekes? Let's see. Or is it a safety? Touchdown. It's Willekes.
Rolling on the field as the ball was fumbled.
They had 2 backs that were decent backs we thought would be effective in any conference.
1 defensive series, and now a strip and a touchdown.
Former walk-on, too. It's amazing, man.
Stokes with the return.
There you go.
This has replaced Dylan Couch, who had all those problems with the snap. He's in there. Now in the game at center. That pass is intercepted. It's Antoine Simmons.
Wow.
1st and 10. Elijah Collins. You improve more between week 1 and week 2. Well, we know that there's going to be a lot of improvement to be done offensively for Tulsa, but so much to expect when you...
He's got something working up top here.
3rd and 6.
There you go.
For the corner. Overshot his man that time. Three for 3.
Again, you got center snapping the ball, errant passes going all over the place. It's just so much to correct.
All of the Michigan State playmakers on defense have made plays. Here comes Josh Johnson with the return. His flags down. Ball loose at the 33. The Spartans, do they have it? Let's see. Brady Quinn get the nod over Leinart because Brady was recruited by Urban. And I'm thinking probably the latter. Up the middle goes Taylor. Smith with time. Incomplete. Son has been targeted.
Roughing the passer. Defense number 48. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Okay.
I told him, hey, Nick Saban leveraged a 7-6 year to get the LSU job.
He sure did. He sure did. Quick out to Sam Crawford. Very few head coaches that will come out for warm-ups before a game.
Just an engine going on in his mind every single play.
3rd down and 7 for Smith. On a streak route. This one is caught. Marker down to go with it.
Adjustment, and again, but for the fact that that safety was coming a long way over, if he had been free to continue on his route, he possibly could have scored on that play.
And Johnson with a big reception. That one's in the end zone. Will it be a touchdown? It's in the arms of Crawford. Butler's with him. I think it's touchdown. It is touchdown, Tulsa. Had 5 guys going for the place-kicking position. Finally settled on Rainey, and we've got a flag down, roughing on the kicker there.
Well, despite being held a little bit there, he was able to hang on to that ball and show you concentration. Sometimes that's what it takes there. It's not pretty about it. It's just a matter of who wants it the most.
Kick by Long is a touchback. That's more than you want in a game, much less a half. And really, with only an 18-point deficit, you got to feel good about things if you're the road team. That's Edmiston with the stop of Ladarius Jefferson on what should be the final play of the half.
But they got to score in a hurry, and that's the key.
Keelan Stokes is among the tandem back deep, trying to keep it away from him. That's out of bounds. That's a penalty flag. The ball had not actually been placed into play. Shamari Brooks has the setback, trying to go stretch play, and you're not going to run a stretch play past these guys. So far for Tulsa, a team that thrived with the running game a year ago. That pass should have been caught,
particularly in those one-pass conflict scenarios.
Smith decides to tuck it and run and gets beyond. And in deep putt formation is Thomas Bennett. Senior from Carlsbad, the home of Callaway Golf. That was a beauty. That was like a 3-wood. Out to the 25, the 30. Here comes Cody. Spins and spins down at the 45, and we got a marker down to go with it. It had been picked up. It was there.
Foul, unnecessary roughness. Return team number 29.
Wow.
Half the distance from the spot of the foul.
Man.
First down.
Well, it's all the way back inside the 10-yard line. Connor Hayward, the setback for Michigan State.
Nice penetration.
Flags down again. They've decided.
Holding. Offense number 68. Half the distance. First down.
By far the worst field position for the Spartans in tonight's game as Hayward tries to take it outside.
3-man front. You got a true zero technique over the nose, guarding 2 gaps.
Hayward again. Indeed. 4 of 11 on 3rd downs. This is 3rd and 12, and Lewerke incomplete this time. He's had 38 career punts over 50 yards. He needs to put a leg in this one. And he does. Boy, did he get all of that. Backing up Stokes. Look at that coverage, too. Wow. And he got away. Slippery. Coach, we're talking football tonight.
Still my favorite sport, guys. I love football, so I don't like when they complete a pass on my team, but I like football. And penalties are like fouls. They hurt a team.
Yeah, yes, they are. Out of the shotgun, Smith navigating with Gerard Wheeler now. You have a great deal of respect for him. What do you make of some of these changes that they've made? That's a good play.
Well, I think he's right, and I also think, as I said, the closeness of that staff means there's not a lot of jealousies, because you know how that can work.
Well, a fair catch is called for by Naylor.
So I could cover my mouth when I'm getting after an official.
You want a placard, Coach? I got a placard for you.
I'll tell you, Spencer, when I won the national championship, they said we were a football team on hardwood. So it's kind of the, it's kind of the same. But I think spacing is a big key, and I think most sports, you see in the NBA now, spacing is unbelievable.
Safety look, now you put stress with your vertical game on with your receivers, and so it's tough to defend.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, it's the same for us. We got to have an inside game and an outside game. Well, they have 11, and, you know, like first-time games, you know, every beginning of every season, I watched some last weekend, there's going to be some mistakes and penalties, and that has hurt us. That's a nice play right there.
Yeah, Cody White on the comebacker.
Urban. See the second half, too. Cody White actually has helped him, too. He made an adjustment and came back to that ball a little bit so as to not expose it to being defended.
Since 2014, I want you to address that with us in a second. It's 1st and 10 now, and out of the shotgun. This is a quick curl. Nice move by Stewart to hold on. Haywood remains the setback. We've seen 3 tonight, and remember, Anthony Williams not dressed for tonight's game.
Nice vision.
Influential freshman. They hope that 2nd and 4 with Hayward as the lone setback again, and on the zone read, he'll get it. And does burrow forward for the first down, it would appear, at the 46. 15 for the game. Lewerke, that pass incomplete.
Because, you know, they can do a little bit of both. They can run, they can pass defend, and they can hit you.
Hayward headed for the boundary.
Friends.
3rd down and 7. That pass is airmailed and incomplete.
A little nervous right now.
Ball gets placed at the spot of the foul.
Well, another
Automatic
penalty
first down.
and another first down.
They have a heck of a year, too, because he's a very good receiver. You know, Dad's on the staff here, a great guy. And come on, Brian.
Look
Nice
at
throw.
beautiful throw. Marker's down, and the ball is caught by Dotson, the tight end.
Look like, I think they'll get better as we go.
1st and 15. Play fake. And again, inside to Dotson again.
He played awfully well in that game most of the game, and we just, you know, didn't get it done at the end.
Play set up really well.
Yeah, safety valve to Hayward. He made a great cut.
Like
Well
Steven,
done.
baby. Oh, man.
Yeah, you know, I came into Midnight Madness.
Them, you know, stopping us a hair short.
Connor Hayward, the lone setback. Good defensive sequence there. Collins, the setback behind Lewerke. He reads the handoff, and there it goes. It's touchdown. Flag down.
Zero technique.
Offense number 62. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat 3rd down.
2 defenders down off ball, so maybe you can come underneath that with the crossing route.
He's looking for Cody White. He's looking for him, and it's incomplete.
That was a heck of a march, but a penalty. Penalties are, you know, you stress that with your players, and yet you're alma mater. Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah. Hey, man, they're busy taking care of Grambling tomorrow. Okay? The coach, did that ever really enter your mind?
Yes.
Yeah, big time, huh? That's a heck of a play again by the defense.
And their leaders, too, back in the back directing people where to go.
Look at that. Off of the edge again. Panashuk.
Yep.
To this Michigan State team. Smith with time winding down. Is that deep?
Have a nice return here, Coach, potentially, if it stays in bounds.
Nope, it doesn't.
I was a kid. You called the game, man.
There's Elijah Collins.
They say Bear Bryant was the guy that called him, and
Sam Van Camp.
brought some of them up, but
Coach, he went to the doctor the other day. The doctor told me he was in terrible shape. Tim said, I want a second opinion. He says, all right, you're ugly, too.
That pass incomplete.
they've been up to it. It'd be the problem, but we got a good team. We got a great point guard. We got good guards. Xavier Tillman has been a very good leader in the center. And
here comes Stokes the other way after a beautiful boot.
I just love the fact that the pressure was coming, as you said, Coach, from every place on the perimeter. The back end had something to do with it. And
good defensively, even in years when they, maybe like last year, struggled a little bit.
There's a nice pass across the middle.
and put that big 6-foot body. He's only 195 pounds, but when you're coming that fast, boy, you feel a lot heavier.
And work on their waistlines. How about that? Once a week. Well, under duress, he just had to unload it. He trips to the top of your screen right here.
Protection or miss. You know, you're
on the big picture with you yet. And I'd like to do that real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's
College football playoff. What do you?
The fact that, you know, you lose one game if you're in certain conferences, and that can happen. I mean, when you got 11, 12 games, it's hard.
Here's Naylor. Marker down. I think that's one of those blocks. You got to get in front of the defender when you make that block, and I think Shakur Brown might have gotten tagged there. Elijah Collins was okay. He limped off a little bit in that last series, but he's back out there. That's good news. I think we may have had little surprised.
Ball start. Offense number 80. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
The work he thought he had water, so there'll be a wrinkle from the Ivy League coming to Stillwater. That'll be on display tonight.
That's Charles Haley, one of my former teammates.
Absolutely.
They weren't huge guys. They were wiry.
And a shallow cross again to Stewart himself.
You know, Michigan State
Michigan.
and Michigan are rivalries, but that Michigan-Ohio State thing, beautiful.
How about that, Stewart? We've seen all three tonight. Jefferson, Hayward, and Collins. And it's Elijah again this time. 44-yard line, second down and 7. Nice play fake, bootleg action, and the pass again to Stewart. And I think he lost it, had it, and lost it. Third down and 7. Lewerke again, boy, he's loving this crossing route that's working to perfection. This time,
Travis Gibson working on that edge, man. I'm telling you, he is
from the previous spot.
tough to play. They had him over the nose.
Made some big plays, and I think that's going to be beneficial to us later on. You know, it's this time of game, it's, you know, he's just worried about keeping guys healthy now.
Yeah.
Fundamentals, you know, and blocking is one of them, blocking without holding.
pressure up the middle for that boot by Hartbarger. Great coverage again. For looking at Michigan as opposed to Michigan State. It's a tough road schedule this year.
I think this is one of the toughest schedules they have. But
second and 12. Over the middle. Right. That tells you more about just how great Michigan State's D really is.
Inside game. Nice pressure.
He's had some good runs for back there.
You know, we talk so often about incredible stories.
Mike Tressel was telling us just a couple of days ago that he was really anxious to get a chance to get again out here and play again.
Yeah, no question.
You're absolutely right. You know, Tim and I talk about this all the time. Crisis doesn't make the person an individual. It exposes who they are. And oftentimes through the vehicle of sport.
Well, when you've got players out there like that kid, the coach can allow the player to help with the why. As a teammate, that young man's been through so much.
How athletes have changed over the years, and then how you've adjusted as a coach to be more effective.
You know, Spence, we lot of. Well, I think that's what all coaches have to have is your relationships. You know, but any business. I mean, you two got a good relationship, so you work well together. You know, relationships are the key. And player, coach. Wow, nice punt.
Yeah, Stokes is in trouble. What's incredible? That's a heck of a hit. You know, have 500-yard performances as an offense. Spencer, they do. Especially with this kid. Zach Smith showing how resourceful he can be.
And their job, and that's the key.
Second and 7. Incomplete.
But in order for that back receiver to get open, they're going to have to get protection. I don't know if they can do this.
Here comes the corner blitz. In the end zone. Is it a safety? Are they ruling down at the 1? Let's see. I think they're going to rule him down at the 1. Don Cody White is back deep. Not a lot of room for Thomas Bennett to work with, but he gets it out of there. Nice punt, too. White will have some room. But Tulsa closes quickly as well. You know, Mariucci has been asked the question before. As we see the ball at the 45-yard line. And it's going to be Darius Jefferson this time. Lombardi has come into the game at quarterback. And Jefferson looked at the stretch play.
But they're going to get the Oklahoma State Cowboys at their place as well. And so this schedule doesn't get a around. And you know,
offside.
Like you said, San Jose State can score some points too.
5-yard penalty, third down.
That and, you know, going up against the #1 defense in the country against the run. Premature movement.
Ball start. Offense number 88. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Trenton Gillis at that time.
The athletic play down here around the 20. I know the one you're talking about.
Yep.
That was an elite play that he made his sophomore year that we hadn't seen in a long time.
But all in all, it's the kind of game as a head coach Antonio can really work with. It was a lot of fun. It really was. I want to thank our guys in the booth, Scott Alexander with our stats, and Rick Bender, our statistician, and Spotter.
That's the end of the game.
Our final score, 28-7. Michigan State goes to 1-0.